Welcome back, folks. Thanks for stopping by the channel. If you don't know already, my name is Matt Sr. I am the CEO and founder of 412 Public Safety Equipment Customs here in Pittsburgh, PA. You're watching 412 PSE Customs here on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you guys haven't already, I suggest you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our uploads. So let's get right into it, folks. Today is a special video. This video is a video about the Feniex Fusion double surface mount light. Part number FDSM-8101. So here we have two examples in front of us. The one on the right side already has the protective blue tape removed. The one on the left is exactly how you'll receive it in the package. The blue protective tape, the foam gasket, which I'm going to touch on here in a minute. We have a bit of a gasket debacle that I want to speak about and give my advice on. And of course, the two mounting screws. So basically what this is Feniex answer to, I guess, all the double stack lights flooding the industry. This has been a request from many end users for quite some time. And here we have it. So basically what this does, this utilizes two Feniex Fusion surface mount lights stacked one upon another. Now, they do have a dual stack simple L bracket. They have since the conception of the Fusion line, actually as far back as the Cobra line. So this dual stack kind of really isn't a new concept per se. This is just a cleaner way of putting the two lights together. I apologize. So let's take a look at what you're going to get in the package. Obviously, it's going to come in the white and black plastic bag, which all of their products come in now. You are going to receive two Fusion surface mount lights, of course, your choice of optic. Our demo pieces, which I have in front of us, just happen to be in the 40-degree format. And then this is basically the upgrade piece. This is a dual flange made out of cast aluminum. Just a cleaner way to stack the two in a simple flange, a 2-bolt kind of system for mounting hardware. You will get two basic black anodized mounting screws, and of course a foam dual stack mounting gasket. So let's talk about this gasket here for a second. You know, a lot of people like to put their opinions out about certain manufacturers. So there's a lot of people that are posting pictures of certain manufacturers' equipment with water intrusion, you know, things like that. Now, I just recently posted my response to that on our Facebook page just recently. And that basically encompassed a picture of every leading manufacturer in the industry surface mount product with water intrusion, with corrosion. Okay, so this is not something that is specific to one manufacturer. This is a failure. This is something that happens in every manufactured product on the market, depending upon the atmosphere, depending on, you know, the conditions, you know, what have you. There are so many different variables. Now, what I explain to people all the time is these LED products, they come with a heat sink built in, okay? The whole back of this light is meant to dissipate heat, okay? And I know that every manufacturer provides a gasket. Every manufacturer provides one, whether it is rubber, foam, what have you. These gaskets are meant to do a couple things. Number one, it's for aesthetics. Kind of gives you that cleaner look. Number two, it keeps water from flowing behind them, I guess, and kind of building up muck and dirt, and grime and dust, and what have you. And it also, I guess, what a lot of people kind of want to say is it kind of protects the surface of the vehicle. Now, here's my thing. If I'm doing an install and I'm putting these, let's say, on the fender of a vehicle, I'm already drilling and tapping holes for the mounting hardware. I'm already boring a hole to put the wire leads into. So if you're worried about a little bit of surface scratches on clear coat, then I think you maybe need to go a different route. Now let me explain. On a metal surface, I do not include mounting gaskets. The reason being, number one, heat dissipation. If I mount this product with the separation of that foam gasket between the heatsink and the body of the vehicle, that basically counts only on this heatsink to dissipate its heat. It may dissipate with the mounting flange as well, because that will very ever so slightly touch the heatsink, and it will dissipate a little bit of heat too. But when I mount this on a fender, when I mount this on a bumper, when I mount this on a toolbox in a pickup truck, when I mount this to a fire engine, I mount this heatsink directly to that metal surface. And what that does is that utilizes that whole fender as a heatsink. Okay, another thing I've also found in my many years of experience in the industry, that if you cover that Gore-Tex breather that the majority professional products have and utilize to allow these things to breathe, that holds moisture in. I did this with a couple customers that had water intrusion. I told them, pull your surface mount off your vehicle, throw away that gasket, mount that back directly to the surface. Within 7 days, all that moisture had released from that light. It was dry. So, moral to the story is, in my experience, get rid of the gaskets. I mean, unless it is absolutely necessary, it will solve a lot of problems for you. That's that. Okay, so let's get back to this. I apologize for that rant. I apologize for forcing my opinion on you guys, but that is a little bit of many years of experience, and I guess what my guys consider as part of my wisdom. So you're welcome for that, I guess. Okay, so let's get back to this. This is a really nice setup that they have here. So you can get these in a single color, you can get these in dual color, you can obviously choose between your optics. I do believe you really don't have the ability to kind of intermingle the surface mounts when you buy them. Like, let's say for example, the one on the right side without the blue tape, those are red white, both top and bottom. The ones on the left with the protective blue tape still on them, these are blue amber. They come as a set, they come as a kit. So keep that in mind when ordering. Same great product, dual stack light, really nice flange, gives you a really nice clean look. Instead of having, two mounting flanges stacked upon each other, trying to fit them in there, a little bit of a less bulky look, real clean. These are nice. We've utilized them a couple times already. So we're going to fire these up and get some of these in action for you guys. Hold tight. Okay, folks, so we're back. Let's go through a couple of these flash patterns, huh? Obviously, this is having these two set as a master and a slave. So we have the same pattern, alternating top bottom. You can always set these to flash simultaneously to where both the top and the bottom will do the same pattern at the same time, giving you basically like a double brightness effect. All right, so there's that nice potent blue. Obviously, this is the blue amber set. Now remember, folks, you do have the dual mode capabilities with this. So this blue amber is a very popular color combination for our local volunteers. A lot of them not only are volunteer firefighters, but a lot of them work construction as well. So they use this as a double duty light. You know, you can set this up and run this as amber warning when you're working on the side of a highway. And you can also set this up in mode 2 to have your blue flash for responding to the scene or to the fire department. Also, with a lot of the construction industries in different states and public works departments, they're actually using a combination of the blue and amber. Of course, if you are a fire chief or assistant chief in the state of Pennsylvania, obviously you would be running red rather than the blue, as most of your regular volunteers are only allowed to run blue. You could obviously set this up as an amber red and, you know, still utilize it for both. Or you can, of course, you know, for the fire service, use the combination of the blue amber or the red amber. That always works very well. A lot of fire engines locally run red amber. Another use for the dual mode, you can obviously, a lot of customers purchase this with white being the secondary color and set it as a steady burn for a takedown work light scenario. Also, another popular setup that we do a lot of times is two different style patterns, like say your priority mode, which would be the one that overrides the other, setting that to a slower pattern, and you can put that on maybe a park kill for whenever you flip on your equipment and it does more of a eye-catching, faster pattern to get you to the scene and run code. And then when you put the vehicle into park, or you can also set it up at the flip of a switch to just kind of slow it down, since normally stationary vehicles, it has been shown that slower patterns are more effective and catch the eye of passerbys a little bit better. Wow, that's really crazy. So this is the dual color. This is the amber and the blue running at the same time. And it's really wild because I've been obviously watching this with you guys. So I've been watching this blue, and these are so bright that now that we have the blue and the amber running, it looks to me as if this is a blue-red light. Being that amber and red are actually pretty close in the spectrum as far as how the human eye captures these colors. So here's an example of your dual mode. Obviously, we have this set on a dual color back and forth fast pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to energize mode 2, which is the override mode. It overrides mode 1, and we'll change this pattern here. So let's do that real quick and show you what we come up with. Okay, so obviously it's still a dual color, a little bit of a slower pattern, but it has both of these lights doing the same color at the same time. So it's giving you that dual brightness and then switching between the amber and the blue. And when I take it away, back to that crazy fast pattern again. It also kind of gives you the idea of how you can program your mode 2. So that mode 2 was programmed for them to not alternate colors the way this mode 1 is. Mode 2 was for it to do a simultaneous flash, and that's why you saw the full single color, both of them doing the same color at the same time. So that's another bit of the functionality that you can take advantage of for sure. I can tell you these are so bright. I'll probably be seeing spots for the next 3-4 hours. I definitely recommend don't take anybody's advice, as far as, a lot of people downplay Feniex because they haven't been in the industry 100 years. I assure you, I've been dealing with Feniex for quite some time, and, they have learned a lot of things along the way, and they have made a lot of corrections, but their products have improved so much, and, the brightness, the value, in the performance, it's definitely up there, as definitely one of the leading manufacturers. We do a lot of promoting of the Feniex product, and they're a great company to deal with. So definitely don't take, there's a lot of wheeling guys out there, and sound off guys, and Federal Signal guys, and I'm not downplaying any other manufacturers. We do installs of many different manufacturers. I'm just saying, don't go by what somebody else says. Definitely make the decision by yourself, on your own. Okay, and there's the steady burn. So now what I like to do is, I would like to energize this mode 2, and then kind of just go through some of these patterns, with it set up like it is, just to kind of give you an idea of what it would look like in the simultaneous patterns. So just as my personal preference, of course, we will utilize these in an alternating color sequence if specifically requested by a customer. But if I were to personally set this up and design a lighting system, this is the mode that I would utilize this dual stack. I'm not a huge fan of mixing two colors. So for example, like with this pattern, having the top as blue and the bottom as an amber and going off at the same time, a lot of times, you'll see those police vehicles that do the interweaving of the colors. That is something that I advise against. When I set up a light bar for a police department, I always split them up half red, half blue, because when you interweave them together, you really just end up with a blurry purple or somewhat of like a whitish pink. So to me, that's not very effective. It's, it kind of makes it hard to distinguish law enforcement. In our area, red blue is what law enforcement run. Our fire departments and our ambulances run the red white. Nobody else is allowed to run blue other than the volunteers, but they can't combine it with red. So the combination of red and blue is law enforcement specifically, but our law enforcement officers and departments do not interweave the colors. I just think it kind of drowns it out. I just think that it's just not a great idea. I definitely recommend against it. So if I were to set up this dual stack, and as we have so far, I would utilize it in this color combination where it's displaying the blue, then the amber. Just makes it hard to distinguish what color is being displayed. Kind of tricks the eye, I guess, per se. And with the crisp and clearness of these LEDs, to trick the eye in that sort of way, it just causes confusion. It really does. I think distinguishing the colors and kind of going with slower patterns is definitely a more effective way to keep the public safe. Now you notice these patterns here where there's somewhat of a pause in between the flash. That is to simulate the old strobe tube effect. That's basically what they're trying to accomplish here, trying to kind of give you the same display as what the old strobe tubes would give you. Because as you know, the strobe tubes, utilizing the high voltage and the capacitors to pull off that flash, those power packs have to build up using capacitors that voltage to give you that flash, and that's where that pause comes into play. Okay, folks, so there you have it. That is our Blue Amber Feniex Fusion double mount, double stack. Part number again on that is FDSM-8101. You can get these in all different variations of colors and optic. Remember, these are dual mode lights. You can utilize these in many, many ways. Very clean look. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to end this video just to kind of cap things off, and then I will tape a second video with the red-white version for you guys to see in action. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you guys like this video and you want to see more like it, please smash that thumbs up button. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, or requests, something you want to see, answers to questions, put them down below. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends and family about us. Every first responder should be subscribed to our channel. So share it with your family and your friends. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on anything. As always, please be kind to one another out there. And until next time, also be safe out there.